So I'm joined in the Cathouse by the bassist for Blitz Kids, Nic Montgomery.
Hello.
Nic, how are you doing?
Very well, very well. A little bit tired. We haven't had a day off on this tour, but we're persevering. So.
Hard at work?
Yeah, hard at work or hardly working. So.
Well, which one is it?
Depends what time it is.
It's like 20 minutes before showtime, so...
I'm hardly working then.
Hard at work, and it is. Brilliant. So, well, you've kind of been hard at work recently over March, because you have just come off a European tour with All Time Low.
Yes.
How was that?
It was terrible. Just nobody showed up, and
All Time Low kind of suck, don't they? So
yeah, they were all horrible guys as well, and yeah, no, I'm being sarcastic, obviously. No, it was fantastic. They were like really, really great dudes. It's always that sort of, you don't know if you're going to show up, and they'll be like, don't go near our dressing room and don't speak to the singer and blah blah blah. But on the first day in Helsinki, they all just came straight to the dressing room, and we knew him through John, who did our album. So he just came and said that obviously John had showed him the album, and they really liked it and us, and they were happy to have us. So yeah, it was cool. They're really, really good dudes, and obviously the shows are really great as well.
So now you're best friends with All Time Low?
Yes, I think so. I call Alex up before I go to bed each night and just say, "What's up? What up, dude?"
You just share what you've been up to during the day?
Yeah, basically, I tell him what I've had for lunch, and he tells me what he's had for lunch. Obviously, time difference.
So what kind of foods does Alex from All Time Low eat for lunch?
Granola all day.
So you've also been touring even more this month with Canterbury.
Yes.
And you were actually up here in Scotland at the start of the month.
Yes, we were in Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Yeah, again, another good tour. Canterbury, one of those bands that we followed them basically since the start. We're all huge fans of all their work and obviously the new album and stuff. And we'd not actually we'd met in passing a few times before, but it was a nice chance to share the road with them and share some good times. So yeah, that was good. It was very good. So,
and now you are touring as a headliners to support the Good Youth.
Yeah.
So you've done quite a few shows already this week or for this tour.
Yeah.
So tonight you're obviously going to play in Glasgow, which is why we're here.
Excellent.
Obviously. So I mean, doing like a supporting tour or two supporting tours,
yeah.
And then to go into like a headlining tour in such close proximity,
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel the difference between the shows?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you do a support show, I mean, when we played All Time Low, we did like a 45-minute set, and then when we played with Canterbury, we did about a 35-40-minute set, and then obviously when we play on our own, we do an hour, because obviously we were probably expected to do a little bit more, but we're just very out of shape. So there was a period of just sort of trying to get to grips with being there for an entire hour, but I think we're up to scratch now. But like I say, we haven't had a day off, so we're all feeling it a little bit, especially vocally and stuff. But there's not long to go, so we're just going to power through and
just go to the end and then like a month's holiday.
No. We finish this tour on Wednesday, and then we go to Belgium. We're playing Grows Rock in Belgium. Then we have a week off, and then we're doing something at the weekend. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, so I shan't say.
That's okay. We will check Facebook at the weekend.
Yeah, you'll know when the time is right.
Okay. So I mean, in terms of like your shows that you do, apart from the length, does being support to or is it different? Do you play different shows as a support band as you do as a headliner band?
Yeah, big time. I mean, when you're on a support show, obviously you're supporting someone else, so you've got to assume that majority of ticket holders are there for the main band, and you're the warm-up band basically. You're there to get everyone sort of riled up as best you can, and then when you do, our main headline sets, again, you assume that most of the people there, the majority of people are there to see you. So you can indulge a little more, and maybe when you do a support show, you won't play a slow song. You'll just try and play 5 or 6 catchy, bouncy, crowd interactive songs. And then obviously when you do your headline set, you can have like a big set of punchy songs, and then you can have not a lull, but you can just have a change of pace in the middle, and then bring it back up to the end. So yeah, you've definitely got to plan it a bit better as a headline band. But yeah, it's a very different experience either way.
It doesn't take away from the like maybe the excitement of playing live or anything. It's still, you know.
No, God no. Playing live is. I think it's safe to say playing live is everyone's favourite aspect of being in a band.
Sweet, excellent. Okay, so now you're, as I said earlier, you're doing your headline tour to support the Good Youth, which is your second full-length album, and it's your, I think, is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
And it's your first one for Red Bull Records as well.
Yeah, it's
So
my debut for Red Bull.
That's pretty awesome. Red Bull Records, like. What kind of response have you sort of received to the album, like so far, like as of maybe from playing it in shows?
Not heard a bad word really. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough.
I don't find it hard to believe at all that you've not had much bad word about it. It's genuinely song after song. It's really good.
Yeah, well, I think that's down to sort of the way we wrote it this time, and like I say, we went to John Feldmann, who is something of a hit machine. But we went over basically with the mind to write most of the album with him, so he got rid of a lot of our bad habits and just put his ear to it and told us what he thought. Basically, he's one of those people that he's not hard to impress, but you want to impress him constantly. So I think that shows in the songs, and I think that he's taught us a lot basically, on how to just write better songs. Before we did the album, we did the Never Die EP, and the Never Die EP is when Matt, our new drummer, joined, and I think that for us felt like the start of sort of this era of Blitz Kids. It's just having sort of a fresh lad in the band, and it was sort of a new perspective on everything, on life in a band and songwriting and the way we sort of operate day to day. So yeah, but like I say, John definitely taught us a lot of skills on how to sort of keep progressing and how to just sort of be the best we can be, really.
Excellent. Sounds good. Brilliant. Okay, so like I said, this is your second Scottish show this month alone.
Yes.
Which, quite impressive. A lot of bands barely come to Scotland, so you've been here twice in a month.
Yes.
So we appreciate it, obviously.
Oh, no,
we love it. Maybe you're starting to pick up on Scottish slang words by now, perhaps.
Maybe. My family actually live in Erskine, which is just around the corner. So I might, but I haven't been up for a while.
Okay, well, you'll never guess what I'm going to ask you now.
To sort out some slang words.
This guy's good. Okay, so perhaps these actually might help you in terms of playing a show.
Okay.
So maybe you're on stage and you're saying, you're addressing the audience because Joey's got a sore throat, so you've got to do it.
Okay.
And you ask them if they want to hear a certain song next, and they reply, aye.
Yes.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
It means yes.
Yes, I means yes.
Well, okay, well, we're starting off easy.
Okay.
We're going to get harder.
They're going to get harder.
Yeah, they're going to get harder. So maybe you're walking in the street to come to the venue, and you can't find it, so you stop someone, you go, excuse me, where is the Cathouse? And that person turns around and goes, Dickhen.
Did you just call me a
I was not expecting that. Okay.
Wow.
So tomorrow, you're on Facebook. People are talking about the gig. They're going, oh, that Blitz Kids gig, it was awfully good.
Awfully good.
Okay, so you're on stage, and there's a problem with the sound from your bass guitar.
Yeah.
And someone goes, oh, maybe it's the lecky.
The electricity. Hey!
This guy's like half Scottish.
I'm fully Scottish. I just don't live here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have Scottish parents, like I was saying.
I thought it was that posh English accent that fooled me. And the kind of Fosters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, one more. We're expecting this in the Cathouse tonight. The Cathouse is going to be heaving.
What, it's going to be heaving? We have heaving down south.
Yeah. Is that not a Scottish thing? I'm so bad at this whole being Scottish. Is heaving not a Scottish word?
No.
Okay, so the Good Youth is no surprise to anybody that it is a completely different sound to Vagrants and Vagabonds.
Yes, of course.
You said that like maybe a lot of people didn't get it quite like you wanted them to.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about the first album is, although it was out, it came out on Hassle Records, but it was really during the time when we were sort of laying down our foundations with Red Bull. And they said, you can use our studio and you can come and record your album, but to use it for free, we're going to have to come up with some kind of plan or gimmick or something. So the plan was, record an album in 24 hours. So that's why, yeah. So I I think because it's old, we dislike it a bit more because we just get bored easily. But we also think that if we'd have taken a bit more time on it, then maybe it would have just been a better all-round album.
If you could get, or if you got the response to that album like you did for The Good Youth, would you write another album like Vagrants and Vagabonds?
No, I don't think it. There's no way it'd sound the same. Like I say, because that was obviously with a couple of our old members as well. So unless I think anything that we wrote now with Matt, or anything that we wrote in general, because we just sort of, I doubt we listened to a lot of the same music that we did back then and stuff. Maybe our tastes have changed and stuff like that. So I don't think we'd ever go back. I don't think any of our 2 albums are going to sound the same. I think probably the next one will probably sound even a little bit more different. And
So do you think you're going to like develop your sound even more?
yeah, hopefully. We don't want to be one of those bands that brings out an album and it's just like, oh, it's just a new set of songs with sort of no frills. We'd like to sort of, keep evolving as a band as we evolve as people, I suppose.
So you're going Linkin Park style, maybe some like electronic?
Yeah, well, we're thinking about drafting in Skrillex for the next one and just having like, just loads and loads of drum and bass everywhere. No.
You guys did a cover of I'm Still Standing by Elton John.
Yes.
What's up with that?
We like Elton John.
I'm not saying it's bad at all because it is a good song.
Are you a homophobe now as well? I'm joking with you. No, we basically, it was pretty weird how it came around. We went with Dan Weller, who's done, he's done a couple albums for Young Guns, and he's just done the new Lost Alone album, amongst many others. But we went to do an EP with him basically, and some B-sides, and we only had 4 days, and we spent 2 of the days drinking wine and thinking about what cover we should cover. Yeah, we just landed on Elton John, and we thought it'd sound cool.
It does sound good. It's just I started listening to it, thinking it was just like a normal song called "I'm Still Standing." I was like, hold on, I've heard this before.
No, it was well, like I say, it was a conscious choice, but it was definitely a drunk decision. So,
but one you stand by.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. So let's wrap it up real quick. I've got a couple of things for you to describe in 4 words or less. Okay. So first of all, touring.
Touring is very fun.
The British music scene.
Stronger than ever it's ever been.
Scotland.
Wonderful place, wonderful people.
Jono.
Reckless idiot. He only needs 2.
You only need 2 for that one. Excellent stuff. Nick from Blitz Kids, thanks a lot.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.